Scotchy bourbon boys, raisins in hell and making some noise. Yeah, we're the Scotchy bourbon boys. We're here to have fun and we hope you enjoy. We're here to have fun.
Dant Crossing, Gethsemane, Kentucky. Timeless hospitality that stirs the spirit. Dant Crossing is a one-of-a-kind destination for unforgettable weddings, memorable corporate events, day trips, and weekend getaways. The pastoral campus is anchored by Log Still Distillery and includes an amphitheater that seats 2,000, a 12-acre lake for fishing and unique lodging options, creating an immersive experience that's rooted in the community and culture of our little slice of Kentucky. More attractions will open soon at Dant Crossing, including our 21,000 square foot distillery, which we will have the ability to produce 15,000 barrels of spirit each year, a network of wooded walking trails, fully functional private train depot, farm-to-table restaurant, and the Legacy, a premier wedding and events venue. Whether you're looking to host an event, book a stay, or reserve a tasting, we're ready to welcome you. Learn more at dantcrossing.com.
This is Alan Bishop, head alchemist at Spirits of French Lick. Be on the lookout for a brand new bottled and bond Solomon Scott rye whiskey, made from a mash composed of 65% rye, 35% corn, and 5% victory malt. This 5-year-old 100 proof rye whiskey is a throwback to early 1800s style rye whiskeys of the Ohio Valley. Named after the legendary Daisy Spring Mill distillery owner turned moonshiner Solomon Scott of Paoli, Indiana. Remember, drink responsibly and never drink and drive.
Drinking bourbon, sipping on some scotch. We get a little wild, but it's sure fun to watch. We love what we do, we're drinking every brew. Man, we talk some shit, but we're telling the truth. Yeah, we're the Scotchy bourbon boys, raisins in hell and making some noise. Yeah, we're the Scotchy bourbon boys. We're here to have fun and we hope you enjoy. We're here to have fun. Yeah.
Ooh, we're supposed to do this.
Woo! All right.
Yeah.
I am Tiny.
I'm whiskey.
And we are
Tiny whiskey.
we are in the middle of the whiskey Tiny 10-minute tastings.
Marathon.
Yes, we're filming back to back. We're going Facebook Live, but and we've done the first. This is the third of the first.
It is the third.
Yes, and this one is a special one because this is, my friends, what we got here is Woodford Reserve Double Oat.
Yep.
He's going to give you a little bit of reading off the label.
So this is kind of one of the unicorns out there, right? We all like to chase. Everybody loves Woodford Double Oat. This is Double Oat, which means they take the product that they're done with, that they would make double oaked with. They then put it in a fresh barrel and they age it for an additional year, is what I was told. So this is a distillery release only, kind of a cute story. So they usually announce this a day or two before the release. This was released on February 1st of this year. This is the 2021 version. They announced it on January 29th. My understanding is they did a chocolate malt, which is actually very delicious if you like chocolate. and they did either a 4 grain or a 5 grain, whatever the weird one that they do. These are only bottled in 375 milliliter bottles, so these are shorties. Retail is $50 at the distillery. However, they made 2,000 bottles of this available to the public. 2,000 bottles of the other two as well, so 6,000 total. They had 9,000 people show up to buy bottles,
Of course.
and you were limited to 2 per person. So my understanding is they had to get the state police down. People were literally parking their cars on the road and getting out to get in line.
This was at the Woodford Reserve Distillery.
It's at the distillery itself. So it was absolute mayhem.
I remember seeing the lines that people were lined up. It was one of the famous bourbon lines.
Yeah, I mean, crazy. I mean, the closest parking that was available was over a mile away on the road. And then you had to walk down the road to get back, which is why people
were camped out overnight
Yeah.
in the road. That's how long, over a mile down the road, they were camped out overnight. Yeah.
And I'll give a shout out to Woodford. They did something really cool. If you've not been to the Woodford Distillery, it is one of the prettiest distilleries, in my opinion, in Kentucky.
Yeah.
But right across the road, they opened up their own kind of bar tasting room. And when I was down in July, they had double oak 21, double oak 20, and double oak 19 for a $75 tasting. Before you go, oh, that's so much money. They serve them in Woodford Reserve Glencairns that are $17 in the gift shop, and you get to take them with you when you're done with your tasting. So you're getting $50 worth of glasses. So really the tasting is 25.
Yeah, I've been to the distillery also, and they do up everything super nice there. I love the way that they do it, how they bus you into the main part of the distillery and then show you the triple pots that they have, the giant triple pot stills, which everybody knows is like the biggest show on earth. So Woodford Reserve is Brown and Foreman, same people who make Old Forester and same people who make Jack Daniels. So this is there a lot of distilling happens in Louisville, but the Woodford Reserve, the aging is happening there in those rick houses, and they have a unique rick house, only 6 stories high. They're brick and they're open air. So when you're talking about brick to wood or metal, brick holds heat and holds the cold way differently than those, and so they've been doing that for a long time. And I love the Woodford double oak.
Me too.
Double oak.
It's the number one selling bottle at the holidays.
It should be the number one selling bottle. I mean, it's just a delicious bottle that they are able to get onto the shelves everywhere, which is amazing. Something that good. People line up all the time for stuff, and every time I'm in line, I'm like, it's not as good as we're waiting for this, but double oak is better. So I've never had double oak. So here we go. We are in the middle of Tiny Whiskey and Tiny's 10-minute tasting. So Let's go. Nose 25.
Really?
Yeah, it's
just 25.
Butterscotch, like out of my, and then there's a burnt kind of thing. This
almost get that burning of the oak.
There's no ethanol. It's just pure, beautiful, delicious burnt butterscotch.
Yeah.
It's a 25 to me.
I almost get like a little bit of a breakfast
This
cereal.
is one of the best noses I think I've ever, and I'm not kidding. I've nosed a lot of whiskey. I don't give out a lot of 25s for noses. If I was doing the barrel bashing, it would be a 4 with a butt up.
A butt up?
A butt up.
A butt up.
You know what a butt up is.
I do know what a butt up is, but it's
you haven't gotten a chance to say that, right?
Butt up.
There you go. He got his chance. I gave it to him.
Yeah, this is. I mean, honestly,
Stunning.
I wish we could put this through the podcast. I mean, the nose on this is really special.
I'm not disappointed.
So I will tell you the 19 blows this away.
That's
the 19.
You drink that now and tell me there's not much that's going to blow that away. That is insane. You open that bottle and it's been sitting a little bit, and I guarantee you it's better. That's fantastic whiskey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
It's almost speechless shit. That's some damn good whiskey.
Yeah. So interestingly enough, I do think this is 91 proof in the bottle. So
oh man.
Oh, that
shit.
finish is just fantastic.
Like a Werther butterscotch candy.
With a little bit of alcohol, an alcoholic Werther.
Yeah, there you go. We do the tastings for 4 categories. Rate them 0 to 25. So far for the nose, I give it a 25. If the only thing, there's only one thing, it's got an okay body, but the body I'm going to give a 23 to, because it still doesn't hit my cheeks but it's only 91.
It's only 91 proof.
But the finish is a 25, the taste is a 25.
Jeez.
The nose is a 25, and that's a 23. So that puts me in at a 98. It's one of the best whiskeys. This is some damn good shit. I love Woodford Double Oaked. It was almost my bourbon of the year.
Yeah.
This is better, and the hug's better. It's got more of a whiskey, more body than what Woodford.
The flavor profile is just so much more full, and you get so much more of those caramels and those butterscotches and
you get the burnt
soft sweets.
The oak is like a delicious toasted burnt oak. No bitter tannins. The tannins that are in there go to butterscotch.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like buttered toast without the bread.
If you did buttered toast without I'm not, no.
That's just buttered, I guess.
Buttered toast is like 12 to me, a 12.
Oh, see, I like buttered.
I like it, but when
it's way better, more than a 12 to me.
I like peanut butter with butter toast. That gets higher.
That's just weird.
I said peanut, not peanut.
This nose is just so good, though, is it not?
Yep. All right. What are you giving it? I give it a 98.
I'm gonna give the nose a 24. I'm gonna give the taste a 23. It's just a little bit more spicy than I would like out of a double oaked. I think the body's a 20, but the finish is a 25. I have no idea what that adds up to. -1, -2, -10. So
87.
13. Yeah, 87. Thank you.
So we got Martin wants to know which batch it was, and you now know what he wants for Christmas.
Hey Martin, you know what? These aren't, so I gotta tell you people, I gotta give a great shout out to my friend Matt in Louisville. Matt, I called him up and said they're dropping double oak tomorrow. He was super stoked. He went and got this bottle as well as a bottle for himself. These are typically on the secondary for around 100 that we're not allowed to talk about, but at $100 for a 375 milliliter bottle, that's, that might not be in everybody's wheelhouse, but hey, what the hell? We're the Scotchy Bourbon Boys and we spend money on stupid shit. So I can't say enough good things. I will say that in the expressions that I got to try, the 19 is so much smoother than this. It is just all butterscotch. I almost felt like I was eating a alcoholic vanilla bean, like with butterscotch.
No, you got to taste that at the distillery, not walk away with a bottle.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, right. And by the way, if you see a 19 in the secondary, just scoop it up. It's amazing.
All right, so our total was 92.5.
Wow.
For a total for that one. That's a good one. That was Woodford Reserve Double Oaked 2022.
21. Released in 22.
Okay.
So next year, they'll be dropping this again, end of January, beginning of February. You guys can follow the distillery newsletter if you want to try and get a bottle yourself. If you want to wait in line for the masses, or if you just want to pay a $50 premium, then I would do that. But great stuff, and it's neat to have kind of one of the unicorns on here. So,
all right, this is the Whiskey and Tiny
10-minute tasting.
10-minute tasting. We're part of the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. Check out our podcast. We're YouTube. On all podcast formats. Check us out on YouTube under the Tiny 10-minute tastings or the Scotchy Bourbon Boys for any of your podcast needs. We are on Facebook Live at the moment. We're also on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, everything. And then also
you're boring the shit out of people.
www.scotchybourbonboys.com for all Scotchy Bourbon Boys stuff. Please support us on Patreon. So with that said, good bourbon equals good times and good friends.
Oh, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. For if we don't find the next whiskey bar, I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die. I tell you, I tell you, I tell you we must die.
Drinking bourbon, sipping on some scotch. We get a little wild, but it's sure fun to watch. We love what we do, we're drinking every brew. Man, we talk some shit, but we're telling the truth. Yeah, we're the Scotchy Bourbon boys, raising some hell and making some noise. Yeah, we're the Scotchy Bourbon boys. We're here to have fun and we hope you enjoy. We're here to have fun, yeah.
Hey, Scotchy Bourbon Boys fans, this is Alan Bishop, Indiana's alchemist of the Black Forest. So I'm tuning in here today to tell you all about the One Piece at a Time Distilling Institute channel on YouTube. If you're at all interested in the art of distilling, whether it be home distilling or professional distilling, and the intense geekery that goes into that process, then check out the One Piece at a Time Distilling Institute on YouTube. I promise you're going to learn something you didn't know before about the art.